So like the epic gamer I am, I hardly leave the comfort of my battle station, but every once in a while I'm forced out of the safety of my basement hidey hole by Madam Cahoots to go shopping at one or two of the dollar stores in the area. Her favorite store to stop at nowadays is the Five Below that opened up a few months ago, that has a rotating selection of candy, plastic junk, and now a tech section. Upon inspection of this new section, I quickly realized it was mainly cheap Chinese headphones and colorful bathroom LEDs. But through the cheapo plastic, one thing caught my eye: a gaming mouse. The last one in stock nonetheless. I had to buy it. Could I truly get epic gaming performance for the low price of $10? Isn't this a Five Below? So before we try and use the mouse, let's take a look at the branding it includes. At first glance, I couldn't remember who Booga was. For those of you who can't recall either, it's the gamer tag of Kyle Giersdorf, the 16-year-old who became the first Fortnite world champion, winning $3 million in the process. Not only did he win a fat stack, but he then created his own brand from that win, garnering 4 million subs on YouTube and 4 million on Twitch today. He's getting by brilliantly where he's at, even being in a Super Bowl commercial.
Como yo más.
Bananas.
This bitch just said bananas. But just like I didn't know any of this until I looked it up for this video, I did not know he had his own gaming bundle brand. Speakers, headphone, keyboard, mouse, even a Booga brand microphone. All we got today is the mouse though, so let's see how it holds up. Now while I do have a webcam, it's not the best, as it's not used very often since I don't show my face, which I'm willing to change if you guys want to blow me up real quick. The quality is a bit shite, but that's alright. I'm a rhyming god, dude. My current mouse is a HyperX Pulsefire Core, around $30 at Walmart. And while this mouse isn't the best, it's not a bad price, and the main reason I bought it is because it's from Walmart. And I can heavily abuse the return policy to basically get a new one for free as many times as I want. If you want a video on how I get unlimited replacement tech from Walmart, just ask homie. Now this mouse does what it needs to do. It's a decent weight, has some side buttons you can program, and DPI switches that I never use. Overall, in terms of its performance, 8 out of 10. I do have a problem with the scroll wheel scrolling the wrong direction after it gets too worn out, and I'm pretty sure that's because I have a CSGO bind where I hold down the middle mouse button. It keeps my knife out, and when I let go it pulls my main gun out. And while this is not an excuse for it wearing down like that, it's just an explanation of why it probably breaks so fast for me. Doesn't matter to me though, I do after all have unlimited replacements. Now let's compare this to the $10 Booga gaming mouse. Right out of the box, actually before you get it out of the box, you can instantly notice how light it is. Not a good sign. It's got a nice braided cable, pretty much standard on every gaming mouse nowadays, and the LEDs are pretty fancy looking. But how well does it play? To test this mouse, I will be using two games: CSGO, which is my main FPS game when it comes to precision aiming, and Paladins, the current game I've gotten my friend group addicted to. For good reason too. I could and will make an awesome video explaining to all you brainwashed sheep why Paladins is leagues better than Overwatch in terms of gameplay. I'm also kind of just using it as an excuse to show you some of these clips because I don't have enough or want to make a full video on it yet. Shelbert, look at my camera. I'm using that new epic gamer mouse from the dollar store.
He's got sync cam activated.
Time to simp for Shelby. Mommy.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Carry
gonna say
me,
now you gotta
mommy.
call her mommy.
Mommy, heal me. Carry me, mommy. Dude, this cable is so goddamn tangled. This is what this week's video is gonna be. It's gonna be on this goddamn.
I want to be in the video. Yo, involve me in the video.
Does you want to be in the video? Flash your titties.
Okay.
Yo, wait a minute.
So if we're talking about how well the mouse performs in game, I hardly notice any difference from my main mouse and Paladins. It honestly gets the job done, especially if we're talking about casual gaming. This mouse seems to do what it needs to. The main downside is the lack of programmable DPI. My mouse uses 800 DPI for its lowest setting. This mouse has a low DPI of 1200, meaning I have to adjust my sensitivity in game to get the sense I'm used to.
Ah, she read my movement. She knew I was gonna shoot my poison dart at her. Oh my god. Who would have thought?
There's some Demon Slayer type analysis.
She read my movement.
Moving on to more precise gaming, CSGO was not as smooth of an experience. Why is my sense so low? No! First off, the hand cam was definitely affecting performance, so for a portion of this footage, I won't have it included. Adjusting the sensitivity to match my usual 800 DPI 1.2 in-game, I can definitely feel an issue with aiming, and the best way I can describe it is stiff. The mouse overall doesn't glide as well, despite it being lighter than my main mouse. It's very notable when the shots are as precise as they need to be in CSGO. For a minute, I thought I was just playing like ass, but then I switched back to my main mouse and it was like night and day. Keep in mind, I adjusted the sensitivity when I switched back and forth. Also, why is Valve updating the goddamn chickens instead of making this game run better? The biggest problem with this mouse that completely killed any viability it had to me is what I call the 360 test. When flicking the mouse quickly across the desk from left to right, the mouse should do the same, moving left to right with no issue, at whatever distance it needs to depending on DPI and in-game sensitivity. However, cheapo gaming mice suck ass at this and will do this stutter crap. I don't know exactly how to explain it, keeping your mouse anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees from where it started, instead of rotating your player around like it should. This is honestly the largest downside I could find to this mouse, and while it's very noticeable to me, not many people would notice it at all. Now here's the real reason to consider this mouse: the 5 below return policy. Like I stated previously, I have an easy way to always have a fresh new mouse whenever I need, using some tricks I figured out in the Walmart return policy. On the other hand, 5 below has a pretty amazing return policy in itself, and as far as I understand, all you need to do is bring it to them, say it's broken, and you can exchange it for a new one or anything in the store of equal value. Meaning unlimited gaming mouse is not an exploit, it's a feature. I'd say a $10 decent mouse with unlimited refills is at least nice to have around. I can keep the box, use it on a second PC, and if it has issues, take it back for a new one. Or even give it to Madame Cahoots for her computer, because there's no way she'd notice that small downside. So do I recommend you buy the Booga brand mouse? No. Invest in me instead. That's like 2 months of a Twitch sub, and you don't need a mouse to watch me game. Is it the worst mouse I've ever used? Also no. I've tried to game on way worse. I'd have to say one of the worst are probably the chubby Logitech wireless mice, but hey man, $10 to make a fun video where I get to play video games sounds like the life to me. As for you guys, put a bit more money into your computer, and that'll do you just fine against Billy's $800 gaming chair and his $500 keyboard. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll see y'all next time.